No ceilings, baby.
But you don't want to put the work in. You don't want to build the resume. You don't want to actually have it where it counts to have the real leverage. You want her to respect your masculinity and your manhood because you have a penis and an XY chromosome. It don't work that way. Women respect resources. You can't check a bitch because you got nothing to check with. The only place you dominate is in the bedroom. Dominate on the balance sheet. Dominate on your wallet, which is your accomplishments. Any woman that you choose to deal with, her money should be no good with you if you're 100% man. You pay everything. Why? Because it keeps her in her feminine when she's with you. I don't give a shit. The women I deal with, they know I don't care what you do.
My man Kevin Samuels. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you. Now, out of this video, what did you think? Full honesty.
I disagree and agree.
Now, why you disagree?
Because I don't know. Like, girls be expensive, bro. Yeah. They be expensive. You paying everything for them. Everything.
Yeah. It's definitely expensive. Trust me, I'll do it.
Like, you say you do it?
Yeah. My girl though, like, you know what I mean? It's different when you have a girl versus like a random girl. Like, nah.
Oh, of course. I think.
What about your girlfriend? If you had like whatever your situation is, if you had a girlfriend, let's say you got a girlfriend, right? He's saying you should be paying for everything.
Well, I mean, the standard that the media portrays is that you should pay for everything.
Mm-hmm.
You're kind of like obligated as a man to pay for everything.
Mm-hmm.
If for your girl or wife or whatever.
Definitely.
But I'm gonna say I disagree with that a little bit.
Okay, go ahead.
Why?
Talk your shit. Talk your shit then.
Y'all want equality, right?
Here we go.
Y'all want equality, right?
Here we go.
Think it should be both ways, like split.
Mm-hmm.
One day I pay for dinner, another day you pay for dinner. I mean, we're both working, right?
Yep.
You know what I mean? Why should I be obligated to pay every single thing, every single meal, every little gift for my girl? Why?
Yeah.
Now you agree with him, right?
I fully 100% agree.
All right. Why should we as men be paying for everything?
All right. So when Kevin Samuels was talking about you paying for everything, and your girl being in her full feminine, she's not talking, she's not complaining, no attitude. She's just sitting there and enjoying the ride, which is how she's in her full feminine. Now, me personally, I pay for everything. Most of the stuff I pay for, unless I really don't got it. If I really don't got it, I'm not paying for it. I'll tell her like, hey, I don't got it. But if I got it, I'm paying for it. So I'll give you an example. Right. I would say about a month ago, I took my girl. Usually I don't even like ask her where you want to go. I usually just say we're going here. Be ready this time. Come over. Just look good. I don't hear no complaining. I don't hear no complaining. I don't hear no attitude. She just sits back in the car, relax and chills. Now, if I'm like, oh, where do you want to go? Blah, 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 blah. She's kind of like, and it just makes it real complicated. Now, he's saying when you have an obligation to pay for something because she gets in her full feminine. Because you don't want the attitude and you don't want all this, that, and the third. That's what he's saying. That's what I agree with. Now, if it's some random girl, okay.
You ain't paying shit, huh?
Yeah, no. I'm not even taking you out to nothing expensive. I'm paying probably $30, $40 max.
What's the most you spend on your girl?
I mean, shit, we be going places. How about I get my girl on a show next time? We talk about where I think her at. But I get what you're saying, like how like you agree and disagree because women do want equality. Yet again, they really don't. They just like the sound of it. You know what I mean? I think I personally think, my girl likes when I plan it, pay for it, do everything like that.
So you think there's a difference between being a simp or being obligated to pay for everything?
Yes. When you're a simp, she's disrespecting you in public, private, talking over you.
And you're desperate.
And you're desperate and you're doing too much. When you actually have a girl, like a girlfriend, then it's like, okay. But when you simping, when you doing too much, when you taking her all out and shit, like going out to the $300 dinners, Ruth Chris and all that, you barely even met her, and you're not getting none?
That's a simp.
And you're not getting none? Come on, bro. And there's too many of them.
So,
too many of them.
So you pay for everything, right? You pay for dinners, everything?
Yeah.
Do you just ever surprise your girl with just random gifts?
No.
Okay. So when you talk about paying for everything, what is that for you? Just food?
Yeah, if we go out or like do an activity or some shit, like usually I plan it. I'm like, what day you off? We're going to go to the spa. What day you off? We're going to go wine tasting. What day you off? We're going to go to dinner. And she just says, okay. I tell her, come this time, where it is. I don't even say where it is, just look good. She ain't got to worry about it. You know what I mean? So I'm not really a gift guy. I'm more of a guy like, let's go do some shit. What about you? You a random gift giver?
It depends. So, like, I do give some random gifts, just like here and there. Like, when I was with my ex, anniversaries, obviously I, would give a gift, right?
Of course.
But it gets complicated because you don't want to give too many gifts to the point where she expects one like, oh, every week, every month. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's kind of, especially with this generation, it's tough to think because if you get a gift, like, oh, you're a simp.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you just want some pussy. You know what I mean?
Well, it just matters, like, your relationship with the girl.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not a simp if I give my girl gifts and shit. I'm not a simp. I know I'm not a simp.
Yeah, I ain't no fucking simp.
Exactly. Like, it's you got to see how much she respects you to be judged up if you're a simp. Like, sometimes I'll be doing the most. Sometimes I'll be like, we're going to go here, that. That doesn't mean I'm a simp. When she don't want to hang out with me, you know what I'm saying? She's like, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But she should expect the most. It's my girlfriend, you know what I mean?
Right.
Girls need to get spoiled if, if they doing their job, doing their part, doing everything right. And
I think both should get spoiled.
Oh yeah,
both men and women.
I know how I get spoiled.
We don't gotta go into detail right there. I think we all can assume what kind of spoil we talking over here.
I'm not really I don't know. Me personally, like I'm pretty simple. I don't like gifts. Like, I just have fun with me, enjoy. So
you're not like a material guy,
No, what I mean? Not at all.
You're more about the connection.
I'm more about coming out with me, being around me.
Just the company.
Yeah, that's enough. Yeah. That's really
so
enough.
It should be.
Yeah, exactly. I'm simple, and you don't have to. I feel like a lot of guys spend too much money when they don't have to. I feel like
that's what I'm saying with this generation, especially.
You don't. Let me talk to. You don't need to spend hundreds of dollars. Be yourself. If you be yourself and she likes you, that's enough. Whatever you come with on the side or whatever you bring else to the table, it should be that first. You can't leave with your pockets. That's something that girls don't respect if you leave with your pockets, because then she's going to be expecting all that.
That's what I'm saying. That's
what
they
mean.
Exactly.
And she don't like you for you.
Well said. They like you for the materials that you provide.
Be yourself. Do you. Don't spend hella money on her all the time until she comes to you. Then she starts liking you. And then you get to that point where you guys, are compatible. Everything's working out. You got a couple months in. Then y'all cuffed up. And then you start spoiling her ass. Because she deserves it. But right off the rip, hell no.
And once you begin to spoil her, don't fucking be spending money every fucking week either. You feel me? Then she's going to continue to expect something.
Facts.
Once in a while, bro. Like,
Facts.
Be patient with it, man. Like, you're there for the company. You're there for the connection with her. Like,
it's building.
Exactly.
You guys are supposed to build.
Exactly.
Now, if you got it, go do it. But if you don't got it, then you don't got it. And she should respect that. And if she doesn't respect that, that's a problem.
I mean, even if you do get it or have it, I still would recommend not to do it. Because there's a lot of thirsty girls out there, you know what I mean, that are just there for the money.
Mm-hmm.
And if you got it and you're spending, let's say, a fucking Ferrari or a fucking Louis Vuitton bag.
Hell nah.
Fuck that. You spend that shit every week?
Nah. I was talking about like, going to going to little shit. Maybe $100. You know what I mean? But Louis Vuitton, $400, $500 bag.
I know some people that be doing that, dude.
Nah, they tripping.
I know some people that be doing that.
They out they rabbit ass mind, brother. I don't know.
Louis Vuitton, Gucci every other week. I'm like, bro, what is you doing?
On a girl too?
On a girl, bro.
Is it their girlfriend?
I think it's their girlfriend. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
it's their girlfriend.
I'm not finna. I'm not finna.
I mean, it's cool. It's cool. Like I respect it. You know what I mean? But I don't know. It's just something I wouldn't do. You know what I mean?
So how can you bridge the gap of what Kevin Samuels saying? Because I think it needed a little bit of translation. The way he said it, I feel like he's saying like, as the man, that's your role, that's your obligation. But I think he's talking about in a relationship. In a relationship,
I completely agree.
Yeah.
If you're just like there for a fun time, I'm not paying for everything.
You don't even, honestly, if you're trying to have a fun time,
you don't even need to spend money.
Exactly.
To be honest.
You are the fun time.
Exactly. You don't need to spend money.
You are the party. I don't think guys understand that shit.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
At all. Like, it's crazy. I feel like then once they know that they can't do it just by themselves, just by their aura, just by their personality, they have to lead with something else, with their pockets, with Louis Vuitton, with, for a Ferrari. That's crazy, a Ferrari.
Fucking Ferrari, bro.
That's simple.
Stupid rich.
I mean, you got bread like that, man. Shit. But a Ferrari?
A Ferrari.
I better have 4 Ferraris before I buy anybody a Ferrari, bro. Like, what?
I mean, if I'm buying a Ferrari for anyone, it's going to be for my family.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not going to be for anyone else.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's a little bit too much.
That's crazy.
Well, yeah, I mean, all Kevin Samuels was saying, like, you need to pay for everything, or you need to be at least able to pay for everything. You know what I mean? If your girl's like, okay, I got this one, you know what I mean? It's good. Like, I went to eat, and she pulled out her fucking car and I was like, shit, go ahead. Yeah. You know what I mean? But, I just feel like, me personally, like, when I'm in a relationship, it's my obligation. Like, she's my responsibility.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And how would you feel, or like, what's your take if she wanted to pay for you, if you guys were still in a relationship?
Yeah, I'd be like, fine. She did it. She did it yesterday.
What if she wants to do it all the time?
I'm like, all right, chill out. I'd be like, chill out.
I think if she wants to do it all the time, or like every time you're out there, like,
yeah.
If she's gonna pay for you, I think you should step in at some time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd be like, bro, chill.
If she's paying for everything, like the last 3 weeks, it's time to step in. You know what I mean? Take the man role.
Nah, you have to take that role. And it's a natural. I think it's a natural thing. Like, I think me naturally, once I had a girlfriend, I'm like, all right, like, my role is to provide. You know what I mean?
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Not
like,
at all.
That's what people don't get. They think it's simping. Like, it really isn't.
No.
It really isn't. There's a difference between simping.
There's a big difference because, it's your girlfriend.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? She deserves that. That's how you get treated right.
Right. Exactly. Well said.
That's how you're supposed to treat your girlfriend.
Exactly. That's how it should be.
Not a random girl. Your girlfriend.
You don't need to pay or spend money on anything if it's a random girl just for a fun time.
Hell no. Hell no.
Not at all.
I'm telling you, bro. If you're in the Bay Area, this is what you need to do. Go to Lake Merritt. Get a bottle of tequila. Sit down and go talk to her. And then go from there. If she don't respect that, move on. If she wants to get wine and dine, trust me, move on. It needs to be you. She needs to like you for you.
There's a lot of baby mamas out there. A lot of baby mamas.
Hella baby mamas, brother. I'm like, Jesus.
Oh, you'll find one. I guarantee you'll find one.
I mean, look, you just got to look at it like this, bro. There's a lot of simps, and I feel like women get so many guys, especially nowadays. Like, they got access to tons of men. So they picking and choosing. You know what I mean?
Especially with OnlyFans being popular now.
Yeah, OnlyFans. If you subscribe to OnlyFans, we need to have a conversation.
You down bad. You down horrendous.
There's so much women out there, bro. Like, you going to OnlyFans and you paying.
And if you're not getting anything, there's
nothing.
the Pornhub, bro. There's the hub. You don't gotta spend money. Like, why would you spend $25 a month, $10 a month, $2 a month just to see naked women, bro?
And some of them don't even be naked. I heard.
Yeah, some be just
Some
lingerie.
just be washing dishes with lingerie.
Yeah, what the fuck, man? People are down bad, down horrendous.
But you gotta understand, bro. There's a lot of men like who are not getting women or don't know how to talk to women. You know what I mean?
That's okay. Like, you still don't gotta spend money, bro.
Spend that bread, and that's what Kevin Samuels said too.
I think that's the problem, though. Like, if you're not getting anything and you're spending money,
yeah,
that's the problem. Like,
exactly.
Get out there, dude.
Yeah.
Get out your room and talk to someone. That's how it starts. Huh?
Motherfuckers really be in their room with
The
that lotion
basement
and
too.
tissue.
You got the
That's
lotion going,
crazy.
you know, stroking that. Like, bro, like what is you on, man? Like, go get some air. Go talk to someone.
Go to a bar. I'm telling you, that's the best way.
Hey, dude,
go to the bar.
Come on.
I promise you, if you go to the bar, and at least like, you gotta understand, you're a guy, and you're not gonna do a lot at a bar, but that'll put you in a place where you could be, you know, you could sharpen your blade a little bit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you talk to 10 girls and try to holler at them, you maybe get 2, maybe get 3.
Hey, 2 for 10. That's
what I'm
pretty
saying.
good. That's pretty good.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's a good batting average.
There's always one girl out there waiting for you.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. There's one girl out there
always
to
one.
get. So advice to all the fellas, you know, in the basement, man, on that computer all day, man, get your ass up outside, bro. Go and chase something. You feel me?
And don't be spending money that you don't need to be spending on.
Take her to the lake. Take her to the park. Take her on a walk. Go on a hike. You know what I mean? Be yourself.
Sometimes the most simple things is the best things.
It's always the best thing.
Yes.
You don't even have to. The girl, especially a girl that likes you, you don't have to do that much.
Yeah, she's gonna like it for you.
She's gonna like exactly. You don't have to do that much.
Yeah.
Bro, just go ahead, go on a hike, bro. Go to the park. You know what I mean? Like, motherfuckers be going by.
Just go for a car ride, dude.
Go for a car ride. She gonna want to kick it with you.
Yeah.
You know, any type of way. So, I feel like that's the ground thing. Before you start spending them Ruth Chris $300 dinner, Benihana dinners and shit. Oh my
Louis Vuitton
God.
bags.
Louis Vuitton,
Some Gucci slides.
Gucci slides, Gucci flip flops, all that for nothing.
For nothing.
And they ain't even get none yet. You should be able to. You have to do that after you get some.
I mean, even then, I still probably wouldn't pay all that just for some action.
Just for some action, Jackson.
I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's a lot of dudes going out real bad right now. So that's what I'm saying. That's when you go on a date. I mean, you know, I'm a give out some tips right now, man. Fuck it.
Hey, give your tips, man.
What's
You got
your
what?
tips?
You said you had 5 tips?
I have 5, but you know, I was gonna write them down, but I'm going off the dome.
Give your best 3. I want to hear your best 3 first.
I already said it, but number 1, be yourself.
Number 1, be yourself.
Be yourself. Like I said, she has to like you for you. She's not liking you for you. Get another one. There's more out there. Number 2, on the first date, do not pay over $50. I promise you, do not pay over $50.
Where do you get $50 from? Is that talking from experience or what?
That's talking from experience, bro. Get a bottle. You know what I mean. Get some wine. You know what I mean.
I love me
Get
some wine.
Go sit down. Go be creative, bro.
Yeah.
You don't need to go out. This isn't 1953. You can't go on a first date at the movie theaters.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's at a movie theaters?
Yeah. I mean,
People lack too much like
get outside,
substance.
do a little picnic, get some wine. You know what I mean? Sit there with them, have a conversation.
Have a good conversation.
Nice sunny day. What more do you want? And it's cheap. It's
Under
cheap.
50. I guarantee under $50.
You can get a bottle of wine for like $10.
Then you get them loose, and then you
You
over
get 'em
here,
loose.
you get
Oh,
them
yeah,
loose,
you get 'em
and then
loose.
you chilling. You get your confidence up, and that's the third one. You got to be confident, and you have to be assertive. And you don't have to be. See, I think people get assertive like the wrong thing. Like, you don't need to be overly dominant to be like assertive and confident. You know what I mean?
agree.
You have to be able to say, "Look, I'm going out with this girl. If she don't like me, oh well, that's her loss.
We
We
move
on to the
on.
next." Boom.
We move on.
And
And you
you-
shouldn't feel bad.
You should not feel bad at all, bro.
It's gonna happen. It happens to the best of us.
It happens all the time.
Yeah. It's a simple no. Okay, move on.
Move on.
Yeah,
bro.
you'll probably be depressed for the next 2 days, but
You got to
it's
soak
life.
it out. Keep it moving. Because I'm telling you, she got 10 more dudes waiting. She got 10 more. She got 10 more dudes waiting.
Yep.
Promise. Like, promise. It's real easy for girls to get attention from guys. But yet again, it's real hard for guys to get the girls because she has to choose.
There's a lot of horny guys out there.
A bunch.
So you're right. The girls are the ones that really be choosing.
Thirsty. Oh yeah. They choose to pick who's the one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they might pick the wrong one.
Oh,
usually pick the wrong one.
It
Might pick the right one, but you shouldn't be mad at it at all. Just go get another one, bro. I forgot my other 3. Maybe it'll go to the top of my head. I don't know, but I think the thing is, don't spend a lot of money. Be confident in yourself. And yeah, have some substance. I think
What kind of
that's the thing.
substance?
Man, like, show her who you really, really are. Me, I like sports. I like learning new things. I'm optimistic. You know what I mean? I like animals and shit. I've been around the world. You know what I mean? So once I feel like once you start stepping out the house and really start doing stuff like I like art now and shit. Like 4 years ago, bro, I just cared about sports only.
Just have an open-minded.
Open-minded.
If you're open-minded, you're good, man. Your conversation will lead you places.
I got another one. Sorry. You gotta be chill. You gotta be chill.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by chill?
You just gotta, like, I feel like a lot of people on the first date get antsy. You know what I mean? Or try to do too much.
Try to get action the first date?
Oh, yeah, that's stupid.
That is so stupid.
That's dumb. You gotta so look, I was reading this book, right? And the whole saying was, you have to, for transition and change that happen, you can't change them, but you could put them in a place. You could put them in a space where change can happen.
That's deep.
You know what I mean? So
That's deep.
when you're chill, when you relax, when you're cool and collective, you know what I mean? And you can let her be her. That's when you open the door and let her come to you. You feel me?
That's deep. That's
You know what I'm
deep.
talking about? You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking
You
about.
gotta open the door and let her come to you instead of you pushing up on her. She ain't gonna like that. She will not like that because 9 times out of 10, all dudes is gonna do that. But then you're gonna be that one guy that's like, oh,
This guy's different.
oh, he's different.
He's different.
Oh, he knows what he's doing.
Different.
Oh, he know how to
This
work
the
it.
one. This is the one right here.
So once you know how to be like real chill and calm and collective and just let her do her and go with it, that's another big thing. Let her be able to come to you and that's it. Open the door, bro. Don't knock on the door, slam it open.
Say that one more time. Let her what?
Open the door and let her come in.
Come in. Come in. Come.
Come here, baby. Don't
here, baby.
bang on that door and come here. I want you. No.
Hey, there's a lot of guys that do that.
There's a lot of guys that do that.
First dates too.
First dates, bro. Right off rip. There's a lot of guys who, I'm telling you, bro. There's a lot of guys who like too antsy, too aggressive, don't have a lot going on for them, and then at the same time intellectually aren't all the way there.
I think you gotta know exactly what you want though. Like,
Yeah.
if you want a first date and you just want to get some action,
That's not gonna work.
that's not a date, bro. Like, you're not there because you like her, because you want to get to know her. You're there because you just want some pussy, man.
Yeah.
And that ain't right. You got to be straightforward with what you want.
Yeah, you
know
gotta
what I
be
mean?
straightforward to rip on what you want.
Yeah, like if you're out there on a date, it's because you really want to know her.
Yeah.
You really want to get to like her.
Be
And,
patient.
Yeah, you gotta be patient.
You
with
have
it,
to
man.
be patient. I think that's what it is.
Yeah,
Number 5, patience.
patience.
Because once you're patient, she'll come to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It won't. It's not gonna be the first date. It's not gonna be the second time. You know what I mean? And you got to be willing to walk away.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if it's
Sometimes that's the hardest part, though.
it's the hardest part,
But it may be the best and wise choice.
It's the strongest part.
Yeah.
It's the strongest part. Being able to say, you know what, I don't really like it, or you know, maybe she's making you go on 10 dates, and it's like, all right, like I'm good. You know what I mean? Setting the boundary, set the perimeter. You know what you want. Be patient with her, and you know if it's not what you like, walk away. Because then she'll start chasing you.
And you shouldn't be in it just for the sex, for the sloppy toppies, for all that
Yeah.
shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a lot of guys that do that shit.
I mean,
They be wasting their time, the girl's time,
9 times out of
pretending to
10.
be on dates just for some action.
Oh yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, men are gonna want some action eventually.
That is pretty pathetic to me.
Really?
It's like you pretending to have dates, pretending you like her just for some action. Once you have action, you break
dipping?
up.
That's a lot of guys, though.
There's a lot of guys.
I'd probably say that's 90%.
That's what I'm saying. 99.9% to do that, dude.
Just be tooted and booted. But yet again, at the same time, if you twist the spectrum a little bit, a lot of women be playing men just for attention, just for dates, just to get things.
It's hard to know what's really going on.
It's hard to know what's really going on, and that's why you need to be just yourself.
Exactly.
And I think it'll all work out. But I think a lot of dudes need to get out the house, bro, because it's. I would probably say it's probably about like 20% of men like getting some action, and the rest just
in the whole world.
I don't want to say the whole world, probably USA.
20% getting some action, 80% are just in the basement.
Yeah, or not on, or not on, or they're striking out.
Yeah. I'll probably say it's a little like 40-50 range. 20% getting action, that's a little low.
Never know, man. There's a lot.
I don't know, man. I think the population has been reproducing in this world. We're a little tight. So I think someone's been reproducing.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think it's just hard to say. There's a lot of guys. It's hard to do the numbers and all that shit.
Yeah.
There's a lot. I feel like there's more guys not getting with girls than the other way around. The lesser percentage are getting most of the girls.
Well, that goes based
or smashing them.
Based off your tips, I think that's how it goes.
Cause I be looking at, cause it be some weird, like it's not even double dates. It's just like you be with a group of people, and then you see a guy trying to get at a girl, like one of your partners, or like or somebody who came with us or whatever. You don't know, bruh, and they just weird.
I know exactly the type of
they
weird you're
just
talking
weird.
about too.
It's like, bruh, you don't know how to.
It's just awkward too. It's that awkward like humor. You know what I mean?
They be too quick. They just be too quick to pounce.
And everything they say is like a sexual joke. You know what I'm talking about?
Be too quick to pounce, bro. I'll be like, bro, ain't nobody heard of like setting up the play. You know what I mean? Like,
well, they're trying to cheat the game, man. They're trying to just get the final result.
You gotta respect the game. Shout out Meek Mill.
Meek Mill.
You gotta respect the game. It's just like
can't cheat the game.
It's ridiculous. It's just a lot of men don't understand women. How do
you understand women though?
You gotta put yourself out there and get to know women and get to talk to women. You have some girls, some friends that are women. To each his own. You know what I mean? It's different girls, different personalities.
If once you step out and let's say the first girl you meet plays you, it's okay. It's gonna happen.
It's always gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
You need your heart broken.
Yeah, sure. You're gonna get your heart broken. You're gonna be depressed, and take your time with it, but move on. There's a lot of fish out there in the sea.
Whole bunch of fish.
All you gotta do is just throw that fishing rod. You'll get one.
They waiting to get hooked, baby. They waiting to get hooked.
Exactly.
I mean, shoot, man. When I was in my prime days, I'm playing.
I'm still in my prime, by the way. 23, I think I'm in my prime.
Yeah. When I wasn't cuffed, you get that kind of knowledge and understanding of women, and it's kind of like, okay, like it just matters who you are. Like, let me give you an example. Now, I hate to generalize black people, but a lot of black dudes are on the same type of stuff, emotionally, intellectually, you know what I mean, like that. So if you could just separate yourself like that a little bit, you know what I mean? If you could just separate just a little bit, then you're good. You on the other hand?
Well, I mean, let me talk about generalizing Mexicans. We have this one friend, we have this one mutual friend who says Mexicans don't cheat. I think you know who we're talking about. I think you know. You know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. I haven't cheated. I've never cheated in my life. But that saying is not true. Is it? I think everyone cheats eventually. I'm not talking about like personal, but like every race, every people, like everyone cheats eventually.
You can't tie it in a race. That's just like a human biological.
It's just a human biological thing. Like we're
like
animals.
what men do. That's
So-
why I be telling. That's why I be telling guys. Let me break this down again.
Yeah,
Let's go to Animal Planet because you know I
Animal
love
Planet,
animals.
right? Animal Planet.
Think about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to get my Animal Planet bag right now.
This show has been brought to you by Animal Planet.
Animal Planet. Now look, Henry. I'm gonna use the lions as an example. You have one male lion in one pride. You have about 6 female lions. And all them 6 female lions was mating with one man. All his babies are his. Now, that male lion stays there that whole time. When women go hunt, the women go get the food because the male lion has to stay there and protect the pride. Because there's going to be other male lions trying to come and take it. Now, let's say another male lion comes in, takes the pride. He has to kill that male lion. He kills him. He's dead. You know what he does, Henry?
What does he do? What did he do?
He kills all the babies. And he mates with all the women. And all the new cubs are his. Now, why did I say this example? The top dog gets all the women. All the women want the top dog. Now, these basic animalistic behaviors that lions do, that apes do, that whales do, that dolphins do, we do them. We do all of them.
I mean, we are animals.
We are animals, but we think we're some type of different alien. We think we're some type of... No. We're more complex animals. So that basic human nature of a man want to get with all these girls, it's natural. When women want to get with that top dog, they got a boyfriend, you know what I mean? But they see the top dog, they're like, damn. That's natural. I get pretty mad. I get very mad.
Explain yourself, man. Why does this topic get you mad?
It just gets me upset because us humans think we're hot shit, and we're not. And you know, we feel like we have to justify everything in our actions. Like, okay, but we have basic animalistic traits. Very basic. Jealousy, ego, being narcissistic, temptation, you know, everything. But, you know, since we got social media, we got the internet, you know, we got all this shit, you know, we think we're above it. You know chemistry and shit, man. You know, come on, dude. Like, like, I just don't get it.
I mean, we do act like animals because that's what we are.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why we think we're superior. I mean, you could argue we're superior in many ways to other animals, but at the end of the day, we're animals. We're gonna have those instincts he's talking about. We're all gonna be horny. We're all gonna have that temptation, like, ooh, like, look at that girl. Oh, but she's taken. Oh, look at that guy. You know, like, it's like that top dog he's talking about.
Top dog.
Like,
they want the top dog. The girls want the top dog.
Exactly.
If you ain't got your stuff together, you know what I mean? If you're not in shape, if you don't got your hair combed and, you know, your beard lined up and all that shit, you think girls like that?
and this leads to a whole another conversation. Like, are we saying cheating is okay? Like, no, it's not okay, but it's gonna happen. Like, I don't want it to happen. We don't want it to happen.
I don't want it to happen.
Like, I don't want to get my heart broken.
Oh.
You know, but it's...
I think you need once at least. You need to get your heart broken, like cheated on or dumped.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Dumped for sure. But like, we're just men. I mean, he said Mexican don't cheat. Get the fuck out. You know? He said black men don't cheat. I'm like, okay, you know, whatever. Like, but you know, I think everything at like a scientific level.
not really necessarily race, but science. Looking at behaviors of what we did 10,000
It's repeated patterns, like it's in history.
You know what I mean? So with cheating in that aspect, men are gonna do what men do.
Animals are gonna do what animals are gonna
They're
do.
gonna do what animals do. That top dog has 6. Waiting for him. 7, probably. LeBron, well, let me not talk about certain people, but look, the top, LeBron probably got 50 girls waiting. They all want LeBron. I mean, you gotta look at the top. Jay-Z probably got 50,000 girls want to be with Chris Brown.
If you're a girl, why wouldn't you want LeBron? Why wouldn't you want Jay-Z?
Exactly.
They got everything in the world.
They got everything in the world. It's just basic animalistic traits and behaviors brought to us. Just because we got thumbs and shit don't mean we different. You know what I mean? Just we could do this podcast and everything. That doesn't mean we're different.
Not different.
You know what I mean? So
We're very similar.
with the cheating aspect, like, yeah, Mexicans do cheat.
Oh yes. Oh yes. I know a lot of my friends that are Mexican all the time, man.
I don't know. It's just different. It's like, because I was also watching this thing of like women cheat,
Oh yeah, of
but
course.
but when women cheat, it's cheating. But when men cheat, they're just exploring their options. I was like, damn.
Wait, say that one more time.
Women cheat, but men are just exploring their options. It's that double standard you go back to saying.
I don't know how I feel about that though.
Yeah, it's like, let me give you another example. You know how a guy gets 10 girls, right? A guy has 10 girls in his DMs and everything. He's that boy. He's that man. A girl gets with 10 guys. She's a
Yeah.
It's that double standard we're talking about.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, yeah, it is a double standard, but that's just how it works. You know what I mean? Like, that's just how you're seeing it. It's like the girl wants that guy or that man, or be married by that man that, you know, has his stuff together, wants to do better for himself, you know, not a bum, you know, pretty good shape. And the guy wants a girl, you know, she got a nice figure, she's nice and everything like that, you know, she ain't running around, you know, cracking open them legs. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So women look for the security provider type, you know, the guy that's gonna pay, you know, the guy that can pay, you know what I mean? And the man wants a girl that, you know, will just come along with him and won't give him give him any shit about it. You know what I mean?
I'm talking about real men too, and real women, not just people who want to play around.
Yeah.
Have a good time, you know?
If you want to have a good time, just
one night over here, another night over here, another night over here with different women. Like, nah, we're not talking about that.
Yeah, that's for another episode.
Yeah.
That's another episode. But for right now, yeah, just keeping a woman and doing your job, I think they'll appreciate that.
What? They should.
They better.
There's
because
more than enough.
There's an example, like, so, like, my girl's at work, right? And, you know, she works with a lot of women, you know, they're all complaining and shit about their guys and shit. And she was like, you know, I don't really have that much to complain about. And I was like, I'm doing my job well, you know?
That's lies. That's lies. That's lies.
She's just bullshitting. Nah. I mean, like, if you're doing your job correctly, I feel like as a man, you know, as a boyfriend, you know, your girl shouldn't really complain about that much. Unless it's attention. But then I feel like, because I be reading a lot of books on this shit, you know what I mean? And, you know, I try to apply it and all this shit, and it's like, in this book I was reading, they said, you know, men give a lot of bullshit attention to their girlfriend, you know what I mean? Instead of giving like 30 minutes of your undivided attention.
It's because there's just a lot of horny men out there. Dude. They just want some pussy, bro. That's all they want, dude.
Man. Yeah. What are we gonna do with this world, man? How are we gonna change it? ain't no way to change it.
Ain't no way
to change it.
Horny dogs out there. Man.
Yeah, it's crazy though how it does though, because it's like that cycle of like, all right, you get the girl, but you don't want to be with her, and then she's like, I want you to be with me, and you're like, no, and y'all keep on doing what y'all doing, and she just cuts you off. You just cut it off.
Yeah.
That happens so much.
And it's going to continue to happen.
Nah, that's just how the world works, honestly.
Yeah.
That's just how the world works. It's always going to be like that. There's no change.
Some animal traits.
Yeah, it's those animal traits, man. The girl wants that guy. The guy wants 15 girls who could play the game better. That's all it is. It's a game of leverage. Who could play that better? You know what I mean?
Who can play better? Who can ride better? Who can ride that roller coaster?
Oh man.
Who can do it faster? Who can do it longer? Who can do it better?
Oh, you're bad today.
You know what I mean? Who got that neck?
The Glock 3000.
Glock 3000, man.
Man, the Glock 3000 be doing some wonders. But yeah, man. At the end of the day, can't change nobody.
No.
Humans are gonna do what humans do. Hey, I feel like you just have no control over it. You have no control over what anybody else does. Just make sure you're in a good position where, okay, like your girl or your guy, like to the ladies too, they don't want to leave you. You know what I mean? They're like, why would I leave this motherfucker? Why would I leave this dude? Why would I leave this dude?
And the only way to find out is by simply listening to them, having a conversation, and not being that guy or girl who buys everything for them, like gifts and shit. Literally, a conversation, that connection will help you determine if he's the right one, if she's the right one.
You need to look at the character first.
Yeah.
Before you look at the body or what they bring, you know, materialistic wise. Like, you have to know the character. Because at the long run, at the end of the day, like, especially when you get married, I feel like it's not about more the physical. Long term, years of relationship, it's not really about the physical. It's more about the character. What they
You
bring,
said
what
after
you
marriage?
put on. After 20-year marriages, those
Yeah.
5-year boyfriend and girlfriend shit. It's like I'm not gonna get tired of looking at you, but it's like, okay, like I know in and outs of your body. What else?
It ain't just about the sex life, man. It's about that connection.
What else? So if they got bad character, you gotta deal with them. It's like, I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to wake up to that every day. What am I doing? You know what I mean?
And
What's wrong with me?
there's a lot of people out there making mistakes getting... I mean, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it, but getting married at such a young age,
Yeah.
making them mistakes. Like, oh yeah, you're not the right one. Like a year, 5 years later.
Well, it's a lesson. I mean, my grandma even told because my grandma had kids at like 19, older generation.
Yeah, older generations, yeah.
She said that was one of the biggest mistakes of her life. She never had a life. Because she had a kid at like 19. She couldn't go explore and do all that travel and all that shit. Because my mama had me at 33. So she did all that shit. And I'm probably going to have a kid later in my life too. Like, I need to be set. I need to have
to be
money
set
right.
too.
I need to be able to
I gotta know exactly what I'm doing.
Exactly.
Everything's set before I even think about having a kid.
But at the end of the day, like I feel like still though there's like still that little percentage where you don't know what else you're doing.
Oh, there's always a percentage.
You never know what you're
You
doing.
never know where life's gonna take you. So there's always that small percentage where you don't know what the fuck's going on.
I don't know what's going on right now. Like, he doesn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like usually in life, it's like you never know what's going on. You just have to keep on. You gotta adapt.
Yeah.
You gotta, because like I said, back to the animalistic traits.
Gotta adapt.
Those cavemen, those Neanderthals, man, they had to adapt. And the ones who didn't adapt died.
Survival of the fittest.
And survival of the fittest. So man, when you get up to that level, bro, and you got them 6 lionesses waiting for you, bro, adapt. You know what I mean? Don't be a loser, man. Too old for that shit. I feel like when you get like 18, 19, it's like 18, 19 is kind of like, okay, you could work. But like once you start getting 20, 22, I feel like it's all right. Now women are choosing like, okay, like I might have a little fun with you, but like you're a bum. You know what I mean? You're a bum, bro. Like, you feel me? When you get to that age, I'm looking like we're both 23, and we're looking like we're getting older. You know what I mean? I'm getting my hangovers hurt more. You know what I mean? And it's like, these girls is not gonna get you, bro, if you a bum. I'm telling you. That you could play like you not, but she gonna find out. She gonna smell it.
You gotta know what you're doing.
Bum, fishy. She said, you were lying to me this whole time, huh?
And you can go both ways.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of basic ass women. Oh, man, don't even get me started. There's a lot of women that don't bring nothing to the table.
Nothing at all, man.
Nothing to the table that you want, at least, in a woman. There's a lot. And like I said, if it's not what you want, you have to be strong enough to walk away. Confident enough to say, I get another one.
There's nothing wrong with walking away.
At all.
If you're not happy, then find your happiness.
Yeah.
Like, why are you gonna just stay with her if you're miserable?
Yeah, I actually know a couple friends that are in relationships, and they're like,
yeah, they don't know how to end it, or don't want to, because they don't want to like break her feelings.
they feel trapped in it. You know what I mean? They feel like I've been in that relationship. I've been in that situation too, where I kind of felt trapped, in something like that.
I've been in there. Yeah, I've been in there. I had to cut it off. I couldn't deal with it no more.
You just can't deal with it no more. And it's just like, damn, it's experience, it's learning.
Yeah.
But at the same time, now you know what you want. Do you feel me? Now you know, like, okay, I don't like that.
And that's what we're saying. Like, you have to go through those experiences to know what you want.
You gotta fail.
Yeah, we're gonna continue to fail, and it's okay.
You gotta walk before you crawl,
Yeah.
and then run, and then walk, and then run. Yeah, and then jog,
and then sprint,
then long distance,
and then a mile,
then a marathon, decathlon. Now you're in the Olympics. Then you can cycle.
now you're in a World Cup.
Now you can play different other sports. You know what I mean? So yeah, you just gotta put yourself out there. I feel like a lot of people are too afraid to put themselves out there. Now I'll dive right into that motherfucker. I'll go do it. You know what I mean? I'm just that type. To find out what I want. And now since I've been in a relationship or relationships where like, all right, this is good. I don't like this. Now I'm in a relationship now where I'm like, okay, now I know. Now I know what to do.
Yeah.
I know how to handle it.
Yeah.
I'm calm, I'm collective about it.
There you go. That tip right there, calm.
Calm and collective. I'm not emotional about it. I'm assertive too.
Patient with
being
it.
Patient. Don't be over dominant.
Yeah.
Don't be like, make me a goddamn sandwich.
Why you gotta go to a sandwich? Why you gotta go to
Make me a goddamn sandwich. You better get up and make me a sandwich. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's just that respect.
Yeah.
You'll know if she respects you or not. You'll know.
You'll know.
You gotta know. And if you know and you don't do nothing about it, that's a simp.
Desperate. Simp.
Yeah. You shouldn't be that desperate. You shouldn't be that desperate. And I was at a point where I was desperate too, like when I was younger.
Like when you say desperate, like it's okay if you're desperate, like if you want a girl, bro. But my issue is that desperation leads to buying OnlyFans, purchasing OnlyFans a month. That's where my issue is, bro. Like you're really that desperate, bro? You're that desperate. Down bad where you have to spend money, and when you could just be watching the hub when it's free.
Not even watching the hub. You could go out and get girl.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're afraid to talk to someone, like that's okay, bro. Like, you'll build up. Like, I don't know why you would be afraid to talk to someone in the first place, but if you are, let's say you are, why the fuck are you spending money on OnlyFans, bro?
I remember. I would say it was about like December of 2020. This girl that I knew was like, we talked and everything like that. Oh yeah, like I'm making an OnlyFans. Like, you want to join?
I mean, don't get me wrong.
I said I would even help her make it. I would help her make it and put build your shit. Why would I be paying for it when I was already with you?
Like, don't get me wrong, bro. Like, if you got an OnlyFans, that's good for you. Go
get your check, sis.
Go get your bag. But if you're on the other side of the fucking end and you're fucking paying for it, I don't know what you're doing with your life, man. I don't know what you're doing with your life.
It'd be some girls really just like cooking and shit, you know what I
Yeah, like, if they're getting their bag, why not do it?
I'll get your bag, sis.
Like, shit, I might just do one myself, too. Like, I'm gonna be in lingerie, too, cooking. How you gonna like that? Be sticking my butt out, do some eggs.
I'm gonna do that shit, too. But then at the same time, too, like, if you're a woman, like, don't depend on OnlyFans, because that's not, like, a job. There's some women making some good money, though, but, like, nah, I wouldn't depend on just that. Like, don't depend on just OnlyFans, because OnlyFans is, what, a year old?
Mm-hmm.
That shit's gonna
die out eventually.
Give it a couple years, that's just gonna die out.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, like, the girl who did it when she was younger and she gets a little older, motherfuckers not gonna pay for that. They're gonna pay for that next younger girl.
I mean, what if she turns into a MILF? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, 2 out of 10.
Yeah, 2 out of 10.
3 out of 10. But that is 70%, you know, who get older. You know what I mean? They're gonna want that 18-year-old. The dudes are gonna want, you know, they're gonna want a 19-year-old. You feel me? So
there's a lot of perverts out there too that always want the younger.
There's a bunch of perverts.
The younger age.
So that's so gross.
Yo, younger girls, please be careful. There's a lot of pedophiles, a lot of perverts out there.
Now, I don't mind if you're like, this is what I don't mind. I don't mind if you're like 24, 25, and it's like a 30-year-old.
Oh, that's different.
33-year-old, 35-year-old. Like,
my issue is like, you're 30, you're 25. Even I have an issue with like my age, 23, looking at 16-year-olds, 18-year-olds, bro. Like 18 is still like, it's still weird to me. But it's
for what?
That's
for
just
what?
weird.
Yeah, for what? I think the cutoff is probably like 20, 21.
Yeah.
You gotta,
if you're in your 20s, like 23s and ups, 18-year-olds, I don't know, man. I don't know. And yeah, there's people that are gonna say age is just a number. That's weird to me.
Nah. It is.
You think age is just a number?
Yes. But at the same time, like, she's 18.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Because like, age is definitely just a number. Because it's the way you carry.
But you know what I mean, right?
Yeah,
like,
no, definitely.
That's just weird.
I know what you mean. Like, I remember I seen this TikTok and this girl was like 21 and she was dating like a 41-year-old, and I was like, it's kind of weird.
It's weird, but I mean, it's not as weird as like
18. Once you're in teens.
No, right? It's just they're just so young.
Yeah, but going back in history, going back in history, a lot of older men were dating a lot of younger women. Like, if you look at Jesus, like Mary was like 14. Mary was not an older woman. Mary was a teenager. I hate to say it, but she was like 13, 14. That's how it was back then. Obviously, so socially it was like that. But if you're 35, I would 24-year-old, that's fine. But you're 35 and 19-year-old, like, come on.
That's weird.
Come on, my brother.
That's weird. Yeah, it may be legal, but I don't know what the fuck.
You bring her back to the family picnic. Oh, how old are you? Oh, I'm 18.
Is this your daughter? Nah, that's my girlfriend. Oh, hell nah, man. We got an issue right there. We got an issue right there.
I remember there was a movie, I think, with like Vince Vaughn, and he was like 28 or some shit, and she was still in high school, but she was 18.
Nah.
It's weird.
Nah.
It's not right.
Nah, that's weird, bro.
It was a comedy, obviously, but it's it's like.
I mean, it's a movie.
It's nasty.
But real life, nah.
Like, if I was 35, I think I would probably say 25, 26.
This topic is quite interesting though, because as a man, there's like always that. I'm not saying like me personally. I mean, I've had it. Fuck it. I've had this fantasy. You know what I mean? I think like most guys have had this fantasy where like they want a MILF.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's interesting how we as men think that's like normal.
Yeah.
like being an 18-year-old and like, oh, that mom is so hot.
Oh yeah.
But
12.
But if you look at the other way around,
Uh-huh.
if you're a guy, it's like let's say 35, you're a dad,
Mm-hmm.
it was like an 18-year-old girl.
Yeah.
That to me is fucking weird. But the other way around, it's just like a fantasy, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
It's both lens, man.
But I think younger women do want older men though.
Oh yeah.
Oh, definitely.
And younger guys sometimes want older women.
Oh yeah, you got them little.
And there's some bad cougars.
Bro, like I would say, like, because men do like develop later in their life. Like they say, like 35 is when. That's why I said 35, because 35 is when a man is fully like mature, compared to a woman. A woman's fully mature by like, you know, her early like 22, 23, like she's in her prime.
They develop faster.
When a man's at 35, they're like, okay, I'm not going to want a 35-year-old woman. They're like, I want like a 26, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know, I get it, but then when you look down and start looking at 18, that's like, all right, that could be your daughter, like you said.
That's what I'm saying.
Could be your little cousin.
I'm saying, that's my issue.
Have I met some guys? I don't think I've met guys that's fully like blurted out loud that, but there's got to be some dudes that you know, or I know too, that think like that though. Very much so.
What's your take on guys like staring at women, girls, like on the sidewalk, stores, for having some high shorts?
That's gonna happen.
Like what's your take on that? Because I know there's a lot of my friends actually complaining, or not really complaining, but saying like you shouldn't stare. Like the way I dress shouldn't dictate how you stare at me. You know what I mean?
But you're dressing like that though.
You think the girls are at fault?
No, I don't think the girls are at fault for it, but you can't blame the man for looking at it. like what?
I know what you mean. Is that it goes back to that?
I don't think anybody's at
bro.
fault. If you good, you got a nice body, and you got on a nice sundress on, dudes are gonna look. And you can't be mad about that.
That's what
you got
I'm
a sundress,
saying.
baby girl. You looking good.
That's what I'm saying.
Now some guys might be like, you know, might give a little, you know, and some guys might be like, oh God, damn. You know what I mean? But like, but like you cannot be upset and be like, I can wear whatever I want. You can't look at me like, no. You put that on, you know that's gonna come.
I hate to say it too.
Pros and cons. I don't care.
Because there's girls that literally dress for the attention, and when they get the attention, they get mad.
Yeah, but then there's some girls who aren't dressing for attention. You know, they want to look good, and bitch, you know,
and like
you're looking good. Be happy, you look good. Some girls don't look good.
That's facts.
Some girls are envy and be jealous of a girl that looks good, and they hella fat and all that, bruh, and they got rolls, you know what I mean, and they don't look good, and guys don't want them, and they want to be just like them.
So where do you think the issue is? I think the issue is where like the guy just keeps staring. You know, like, let's say there's an aisle right here at a Safeway. You're at this aisle right here, and the girl's like in front of you. She's got a nice round ass, and you keep staring. You're following her around. I think that's where the issue is.
Yeah. When you're doing too much.
Yeah, like you gotta know when you're doing too much.
Yeah, just take a glimpse. And if you following her, just go talk to her. But she's probably not gonna like you because you followed her around.
And you think there's an issue to look if you're cuffed? And like I've been in a relationship before where like I was staring at a girl and she looked fine as hell, you know what I mean? And my girlfriend came at me and she was like, my girlfriend at the time, she was like, "What are you doing?" Like, I'm like, I just took a glimpse. Like, I'm not doing anything. Like, I ain't cheating.
Oh, mama.
And there's some girls that think that's cheating, bro.
It's not cheating at all.
Like, how the fuck is that cheating?
Nah. You know, it's crazy because I be with my girl sometimes. Like, we went to a party, right? We went to in Manteca.
Yeah.
This dude had some pretty eyes, bro. And I was like, man, you look good.
Yeah.
And it was a dude. And I would tell a girl, I'd be like, bro, she look good. My girl even say like, man, that girl looks good. I'm like, hell yeah, she do. So I mean, I think it's like, I don't even think it's an insecurity thing. But I think it's like don't trip off that. Like you with me.
Like
like that's not cheating.
I was telling her like don't act like you don't do it. Like,
Yeah.
don't act like you don't look at guys like, oh, that guy's so high. You know what I mean?
I'm telling you.
I'm pretty sure they do it more than we do.
Yeah.
They just don't make it as obvious.
They be looking at the gray sweatpants, bro, not saying nothing.
Look at that nice car. Look at those arms.
Look at that
Look
shoulders.
at those eyes. Look at that tan.
Look at that beard.
Oh my god, I just want to hold his hand.
And you know, the guys will just be like,
No, like if
Take a
it's an
quick
attractive
glance.
dude, bro,
Yeah.
like
Nah,
I'm gonna let her
I'm
know. Be like, yeah,
gonna
like
be
he's
like,
attractive.
bro,
Like, what do you want me
that's
to do?
that's
You
a
know what I mean?
good looking guy.
Yeah, I ain't gay. I understand.
Nah,
like,
not at all.
like, yeah, he's an attractive dude.
I'm like, man, you look good.
And if you staring at some ugly ass dude, I'm gonna be like, yo, like what the fuck is he looking at? You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna trip about it.
Yeah.
Like that ain't cheating.
It's in the eyes of the beholder.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's not cheating at all.
Yeah, it's like, if they say it's cheating, then don't trip it.
Sis, you was tripping.
Yeah.
I don't know who you are, but sis, you was tripping.
Yeah, she was for sure tripping. Fuck. Like, so now you're telling me like where I can't look, where I can't.
That's when it becomes a problem. I think that when it comes to like she's trying to do that and trying to tell you like stuff with your friends.
Oh yeah, I've had a relationship like that.
Really? Talk about you can't hang out with people.
Yeah,
and shit?
she was tripping, or like she was
That's
she was
foul, brother.
she was just getting annoyed because I wasn't spending too much time with her.
Mm.
I'm like, bro, I'm just trying to spend some time with my friends. You know, I'm just trying to kick with the homies, get drunk.
Exactly.
And like, nah, I just had to cut it off. It was bad.
You
It was bad.
gotta find that compromise
Yeah.
where she understands what she needs and what you need. You know, like I said, give her that 30 minutes of attention.
Yeah.
That's what she wants. Give me a hug.
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
You
baby.
little kids.
Oh God. Yeah. So, but yeah, that shit isn't cheating. That's not good at all. That's your pet peeve.
Oh, I fucking hate that shit, dude. Like, if I'm in a relationship and I literally just take a little glimpse like this, oh, she was on my ass, bro.
Man.
I'm like, bro, get the fuck out of here. I guarantee you doing the same shit with that guy over there.
Same shit. But that's accountability standpoint. I think a lot of women don't take a lot of accountability. You know what I mean? That's and then going back to the Kevin Samuels shit. You know, when you're a guy, you're providing, you're doing the security. You know what I mean? You're paying for everything. Like you're taking accountability for that relationship. I don't. In my opinion, I don't think women want to take the accountability. Like you don't want that role. I promise you don't want that
No,
role.
you
It's
don't.
like being a captain. You know, you're the captain of the team. The team loses. Like you got to take the blame for that.
You know what I mean?
You feel me?
And the glory's not gonna go to you either. It's
I'm
gonna go to
telling
the
you,
girl.
the glory's gonna go to both of us. Cause I win, you win, baby girl.
I win, you
I
win.
win, you win, and you with me. So I mean,
and if I lose, but you win.
yeah.
That's how it
If I lose,
is.
then y'all blame my ass. But that's that accountability standpoint. You know what I mean? But you know, a lot of women get mad and shit. They be getting hot.
Oh, yeah.
They be getting hella mad. I said I put submissive on Twitter one time. Oh boy, did I get some heat. You know what I said? Did you see what I said?
No, what'd you say?
I said women should be submissive to a man that deserves
Oh
it.
yeah, I seen that shit.
Boy, did I get some heat.
I started
for that.
laughing. I'm not gonna lie. I started laughing. 'Cause I was like picturing myself like sexually. I'm like, oh my god, this guy's gonna get some hate from hell.
I'm gonna get some heat. I thought, you know, I was willing. You live by the sword, you die by the sword. I was willing
What you
for
mean
it
by
to
that,
cancel.
Do you mean it like sexually? Or like how do you mean
No. Like if you live by the sword, you die by the sword. What I say. So if I say it, you know, I put it out there on Twitter, and that happens. I know I'm gonna get backlash.
No, like what do you mean by the submissive comment? Yeah.
So like, if your man is doing everything, emotionally he's there for you, he's not pissing you off, he's providing everything, he's being a good leader, you know what I mean? He's not, like I said again, pissing you off, you know, he's there physically, mentally, emotionally, he's doing everything right. You should be able to be submissive to that man. I'm not saying like, I say jump, you say how high. Like it's not like that. You know what I mean? Like that's not what submissive is. I think a lot of people don't understand what submit. It just means agreeing.
It's
They
also
just don't
Twitter,
like that
bro.
word.
Like Twitter's just a dirty mind, bro.
It's just but it's what the world we live in.
Yeah.
The women don't like hearing the word submissive. And I understand that. But at the
Yeah.
same time, if that man deserves it and he's doing everything, you love him, it's okay to be submissive, which means just agree.
Yeah.
It's just agree. Just go with it. You trust him. You trust that he'll, make it happen. That's what submissive is. When you're submissive in religion, when you're submissive to God or Allah or whoever, Buddha, whoever you believe in, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're being submissive. You trust that.
It's like that
believing in
mutual
that will.
respect.
Exactly. So the man provide, do what he does, be there for her, take care of her, not cheating and all that. And she should be submissive to him. But yet again, they hear that submissive word, boy, I got that backlash. It was on my ass. Yeah, but I mean, like, that shit happens naturally.
Yeah.
It happens naturally. If you're doing your part right, it happens naturally. They don't like to hear that shit. But
Like, yeah, they don't like to hear the word, but I feel like sometimes they'd like to be submissive, They just don't like to say the word.
Yeah.
But
They
some
want to
girls I know like to get dominated, bro.
I think all women like to get dominated.
Yeah.
They
I agree. I agree.
Maybe they don't like to say it. They might not.
No,
say
I don't think they like. See, like,
But
I think
naturally,
I think it
back to
happens.
the basic animalistic human nature.
Naturally, it's gonna happen. Like,
Yeah.
we can't avoid that. But like you said, I think it's the word
It's the word.
that scares the girls. Like,
It's
just say,
just-
like,
it's
I'm
just
submissive to this man.
Oh yeah.
But
Oh no, that's not gonna happen.
yeah, like that's not happening. But tomorrow night, oh, it's bad. It's bad.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I feel like society nowadays, we're a little bit not just like sensitive to a lot of stuff, and realistic, but at the same time, it's just you get too offended by the word and not what we're explaining or what it means. People say you're misogynist, or not me, but like, you might say one thing and say like misogynist. Misogynist means you hate women. I don't know a lot of men that hate women.
No.
You know what I mean? They might say some, shit to say like, to piss them off. A girl gets. Let me also give you another example. When I said that, I remember this girl had a full ass a paragraph went off on me, and I was just like, okay, I see where you're coming from. And she was like, it's not what you said, it's how you said it. I don't give a rat's ass. You think I care? You know what I mean?
What was she saying? Like,
You're a misogynist, just a whole bunch of stuff. Like, your mom didn't raise you like that, la 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 la. And I'm like, look, when you're in a good household where the man compliments the woman and the woman compliments the man, that's what happens. Your mom is submissive to your dad.
it's just naturally gonna happen.
It's just naturally gonna happen. But I understand motherfuckers saying no, I don't want to do that. I'm a boss, I'm independent, and all that shit. I'm like, that's cool. You can be 35 years old, independent, not have no kids, not have no man. I'm like, shit. And then you're gonna be looking for that man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be too late, sis.
And we're not talking about like that submissive, like you said,
Like a dog.
yeah.
No.
It's like that mutual respect. Like, every girl likes to be submissive. There's some guys like to be submissive too. It's that mutual respect.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's basically like, look, I'm doing everything I can as a man to protect you, to make sure you're doing good for yourself, surround you with the best key tools and resources and anything I can do. I'm doing everything right. Be submissive. Don't give them no attitude. You know what I mean? Don't be complaining. Don't make anybody's life worse. Just be his peace, and he'll take care of the rest. That's being submissive. Not, hey, girl, go make me a goddamn sandwich.
It
right
works
now.
both ways.
Yes, sir. No, we're not talking about that. Go get up and do the laundry. Okay. No.
Okay, daddy.
Oh yeah, no.
We're not talking about that.
Yeah. She should want to do stuff for you.
Yeah.
And he's gonna want to do stuff for her. That's what I'm saying.
it complements each other. It's not like an equal, like, you know, they say we're equal. We're not fucking equal. One complements the other. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're not equal. Like, you compliment and bring stuff to the table this way. I bring it this way, and it works out.
It's a balance.
It's a balance. It's not equal, and that's not a bad thing, because that's the truth.
I think that's a healthy relationship.
It's a very healthy relationship. Like,
It's very healthy.
that's how you create a sense of equality, though.
Yeah.
At the same time, like balance, equality, somewhat. But there's no equal. Women do a lot of things that men can't do. Men can do a lot of things women can't do.
Yep.
Plain and simple. Facts. That's my opinion. Like, it's not a fact. Like, you know how people be getting on you and stuff like that.
It is a fact.
That's a fact. But, you know, just whatever I said. Like, a lot of people take offense to it. But I'm just like, look, that's just how it is. You feel me?
It is how it is. Like,
You know,
people get mad is because they don't
people
really
get
understand
mad.
the science.
But
behind
people
it.
don't get mad when it's that top dog and he taking everybody girl. Ain't nobody mad then.
Yeah.
But I said and I got a bunch of homegirls too, and I be talking to them about that. I'm just like, look,